Welcome to Goat Island. I'm your host, the Big Ka Huzzi, and this is your weekly entertainment and history. To kick this off, we're looking at what's dropping on your screen shortly. This is Soon to Screens. We're giving you our top 3 anticipated movies and shows coming out in September, plus our prediction for both movie of the month and show of the month. And our top 3 movies dropping in August: Code 3, September 12th, cinemas worldwide; Him, September 19th, cinemas worldwide; and One Battle After Another, September 26th, cinemas worldwide. And what's our pick for movie of the month? Easy, Him. And why? Look, it's not like we're getting massive blockbusters this month, and this one at least has some intrigue. It touches on unique topics with an unexpected, thrilling plot, and is backed by the creator of the hit and thought-provoking Get Out, Jordan Peele. Plus, Marlon Wayans in a less comedic role could have elements of Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. Sorry, Leo, we don't give a single shit about One Battle After Another. Him is the one. He's that guy, and the movie of the month. And shows dropping in August, we've got Gen V Season 2, September 17th, Amazon Prime; Haunted Hotel, September 19th, Netflix; and Marvel Zombies, September 24th, Disney Plus. And the series that's got our full excitement, Haunted Hotel, is our pick for show of the month. And why? Firstly, this is from the writer of Rick and Morty, and is an animated adult horror comedy. And on Netflix, yeah, this shouldn't even be a discussion. Marvel Zombies is just filler content, let's be honest, and Gen V will always be compared to The Boys, which is just levels above. But something fresh and from the same mind who created one of the goated adult animations. Yeah, Haunted Hotel is the show of the month we're picking, hands down. Back again with another weekly hype report, where each month we focus on a different rumored or unconfirmed project, from movies to shows. And this month we're focused on one movie, and for one reason above all: for family. That's right, this month's movie we're hyped about is the next and final installment for the Fast and Furious franchise, Fast X Part 2. And yes, we know it's coming, but we don't know much other than apparently it's only coming out in 2027, which, I mean, why so far away? Nevertheless, we hope the hype is real for this one, as Dom and the family finally close this chapter of film that will go down in history. And this week's reason we hope the hype is real for this movie is Jason rocks. And of course, we're not talking about some random guy and saying he's really cool into rock and roll. No. We're talking about the fact that for the very first time, we're going to get the 2 biggest Polynesian stars that are at the top of the calling card in Hollywood finally sharing the screen, because the villain in Fast X Part 1, ending the movie with successfully besting the racing family, and the mid-credit scene showing the return of Hobbs, we know that finally The Rock has come back to Fast and Furious and will be starring across from Jason Momoa at long last. Now, there's a lot of rumors and speculation that Hobbs will face Dante in a standalone spin-off titled Hobbs and Reyes, and that this final Fast and Furious movie, in the main story and continuity, will see the family take on a completely different bad guy. But let's be honest, what the fuck? I get you want to return to the nostalgia of the street level racing from the first movie, but let's be real, that would just be stupid. But just think, we're going to see the Chief of War face off against the final boss, damn it, let Vin Diesel not fuck this movie up and let the hype be real for family. For the first time ever, The Rock and Jason Momoa in the same Fast and Furious movie. Bro, this ain't racing anymore. This is a Polynesian civil war. For all the best MCU prospects coming up in the future, we marvel at everything. So don't get ready, be ready, cause it's marveling time. And of course, until the year is over, we're locked in on next year's Avengers Doomsday. In July, we focused on the Fantastic Four connection because Marvel's first family made its MCU big screen debut. Last month in August, we were rewatching Loki season 2 for any hidden details that could be tied into Doomsday. But this month, we're switching it up. This September, we're keeping our ears listening to anything and everything coming off of the Doomsday set and slipping out of the writer's room because this month is focused on filming news and script leaks from the next Avengers movie itself. And this week's number one piece of news coming out of Avengers Doomsday is, oh Captain, my Captain, because a rumored script leak says that Dr. Doom is going after none other than Mr. That's America's Ass, the blue, white, and red Captain America. But how? Well, the leak states that the idea is using Steve staying back in time to grow old with Peggy at the end of Endgame as the major cause of incursions across the multiverse, which not only means Endgame connects directly to Doomsday, but also makes it easy for Marvel to bring back Chris Evans as the first Avenger. Plus, Dr. Doom isn't a normal bad guy. He just sees his way as the right way, and this now gives him motive to go after Captain America and the Avengers as he sees them as the threat to the multiverse by causing the incursions. This makes sense. It works. It seems like a W if it's true. Let's fucking hope it is. Old Cap thought he was staying behind for love, but guess he just didn't know. All roads lead to Doom. Steve stayed back in time for love and accidentally caused the multiverse to collapse. Congrats, Cap. You broke reality for some Peggy. Historically speaking, we bring you weekly stories from all throughout history that aren't just entertaining, but bring you tales you never knew. And this month, we're taking it back to a lesser-known part of history, one with oceans connecting islands across the world and the culture that somehow survived the European powers like none other. And why? Because I'm an island boy. And for September, we're bringing you pre-colonial and early colonial Polynesian history. We had to get this topical because, of course, this is Goat Island. And this week's tale from Islander history. Polynesians beat muskets with sticks, but lost to sneezes. So here's the thing. When the Europeans rolled up to Polynesia with cannons and muskets and fancy boats, you'd think it was game over, right? Nah. Polynesians weren't worried about that. These were warrior cultures forged on ocean voyages with raw muscle, wooden clubs, spears, and sheer brutality. They weren't shy about charging headfirst into gunfire and still overpowering colonial forces. Straight up, island warriors made muskets look like pea shooters. But here's the tragic punchline. They didn't lose the war to bullets. They lost the boogers. Yep, smallpox, measles, influenza. The Europeans didn't just bring Bibles and booze. They brought viruses Polynesians had zero immunity to. And unlike enemy gunfire, you can't just club influenza in the face. Villages were decimated, not by superior firepower, but by invisible germs. It's one of history's darkest ironies. You can dodge musket bullets, but not mucus. So while Polynesian warriors were out muscling colonial machinery on the battlefield, back home their people were being destroyed by waves of disease they couldn't see coming. The real W for the Europeans wasn't in war, it was in germs. Polynesians said, muskets, cute. But one sneeze, game over. And that's a wrap for this week's entertainment and history drop. And you know you can like and subscribe. And if you have any thoughts, drop a comment. And from Goat Island, I'm the Big Ka Huzzi. Check you again.